Viewers, today we are going to discuss figures of speech. A figure of speech is a word or phrase that possesses a separate meaning from its literal definition, or a figure of speech is a departure from the ordinary form of expression or the ordinary course of ideas in order to produce a greater effect. It means that a figure of speech can be words, combination of words, even a single word, or it can be phrases that are separated or that are specialized, that are different from the original or the literal meaning within the text. So, a figure of speech, that is why it is called a departure from the ordinary form of expression. It means that the ordinary or the literal form of expression is not given more focus, or the meanings are totally changed with the help of figures of speech. Why the figures of speech are used? In the sense that their meanings are distorted or they are given separate meanings, because figures of speech are used to produce a greater effect or a prominent effect on the meanings. So figures of speech are the special words, or they can be the common words, but their meanings are special. Some of the examples of figure of speech are, for example, if I say that it is raining cats and dogs. So, in a literal sense, if we imagine, we can say that in the literal sense, the cats and dogs are falling from the sky. But no, it does not have that meaning. It means that it means that it is raining very fast. Another example of figures of speech is figure of speech are, as I told you, that these are also the omission or repetition of words that can the words that are written on the pages or the text, that can be true, or even they can have different meanings from the literal text. So the same meanings from the text that are called figure of speech, or one of those examples is of, for example, if I say that the snow burns me, the snow burns me. As we know that the snow is too cold, that how it can burn a person. But if we think deeply, or if we think intellectually over it, then we can easily understand that yes, it's true that the snow can burn me. Now coming to the first figure of speech that is most commonly used in every grade, that is simile. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two things. Simile different from metaphors by highlighting the similarities between two things using words such as like or as, while metaphors create an implicit comparison. It means that the simile is a figure of speech that is used to compare two things, two ideas, or characteristics of two different things. But there is a difference between simile and metaphor. Both are used for comparison of two things, but in simile we use the words like or as, while in metaphors we don't use these words. By giving the examples, you can easily get the clear idea that what is the main difference between simile and metaphor. He is as funny as barrel of monkeys. It means that his characteristic of being funny is compared to the barrel of monkeys. Like the way monkeys are funny, he is also funny. So this is a simile because we have used as is used in the figure of speech. The second example is this house is as clean as whistle. Like you already have noticed that whistle is so much clear vivid it can easily be heard. So the house is compared with the whistle, that the way whistle is more clean or easily be heard, the way the house is easily the way a whistle can easily be heard uh, is same as the house is clean. The third example is he is as strong as an ox. like he is strong enough like an ox. So in all these examples we have used ass or like is used for the comparison. So in simile we combine or we compare two things but we use like or as in between them. The next example is your explanation is as clear as mud. Watching the show was like watching grass grow. That was all about simile. Now coming towards metaphor. A metaphor is a figure of speech that makes a comparison between two unlike things. As a literary device, metaphor creates implicit comparisons without the express use of like or as. Metaphor is a means of asserting that two things are identical in comparison rather than just similar. It means the same as simile does, but the main difference, as I also had repeated in the previous slide, that is, in simile we use like or as, but in metaphor we directly compare the two things. With the help of this example, you will easily understand the main concept of simile and metaphor. Like for example, if I say that Ali is as brave as a lion, or Ali is like a lion, so it means that Ali is brave like a lion. But if we directly say that Ali is a lion, it means the same, but what is the difference between them? In the first example, when I said that Ali is like a lion, it means that Ali is brave like a lion, but I used like in it, so it was simile. But in the second example, if I say that Ali is a lion, the same statement is again repeated after omitting like, so it becomes a metaphor. There is a minor, or we can say the major difference between metaphor and simile, but the main essence of metaphor and essence is that it compares two unlike or like, or it compares two unlike things. The classroom was a zoo. It means that there was much noise in the classroom. The alligator's teeth are white daggers. She is a peacock. My teacher is a